Welcome everybody. Thank you for making the choice to show up tonight. We try to do these about twice a month. We have kind of a way we start typically with a set of mantras that we do. You don't have to know them, it's all right. You can hum along, sound into them if you want. And we do a little bit of different talking points. We have different times we'll pass around sticks or stones. Or this is a talking stick tonight. Try to encourage you to open up and share. Open your hearts. See what comes up. And then we typically do 2 new meditations each time. Tonight we're going to do a little bit of a curveball. We're going to have one main meditation at the end. And then we're going to have some meditative questions in the beginning to help you, all of us, open up our hearts a little bit. Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling up your belly, and then hold, and then exhale, blowing out through your mouth. Try to get a steady rhythmic count. So if you breathe in for 4, hold for 4, and breathe out for 4. If you breathe in for 6, hold for 6, and then breathe out for 6. Do that a couple times through. Notice the ebb and the flow. If you're breathing in, you should notice your belly getting a little bigger, and then your chest, and then your shoulders. As you're breathing out in reverse order. You're not trying to control it, just notice the natural flow as you direct the air with intention. What we're going to do is we're going to go through 3 mantras. First one in one breath is going to be Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. The second one, Om Mani Padme Hum. And then the third one, you can follow along. It's basically, part of its intent is showing a path, starting with removing obstacles and then activating an inner healing and then getting into a deep meditation. And then a final part, but you don't need to know all that, just follow along in the mantras. You want to sit here? So if you can, bring your hands to somewhere around heart center. Take a deep breath in, filling your belly. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Another time, deep breath in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. One more time. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Second mantra, take a deep breath in. Hands out, palms facing up, loose cup. Om Mani Padme Hum. Another time, try to hold the hum to let it resonate. Om Mani Padme Hum. for a moment, look inward, and then expand. One more time, deep breath in, chest out. Om Mani Padme Hum. Bring your hands down. The first mantra is helping you to get in alignment between yourself and divinity. The second mantra is building the head-heart path to allow you to expand your consciousness. Last mantra, take a deep breath in. Om Aham Vajaguru Pema Siddhiyam. 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 Take a moment to concentrate inside now. Find a point inside, or find a point within the fire, either one, and bring all of the force of your intention and your attention to that point. Carried away by a sense of sound, a sense of sight, an itch on your body, whatever it is, lovingly bring yourself right back to the focus as soon as you catch yourself. In a moment, I'll pose a question. See what comes up for you as the question is posed. If your heart could speak freely right now, what might it share? When you're ready, open your eyes. We're going to go through a few rounds of that. Talking stick's going to come around. If you can, at a minimum, share your name. But if anything comes up for you regarding this question, if your heart could openly speak right now, what might it share? Close your eyes again. We're going to pose another question. We're going to see what's going to come up. Don't worry, the next time we go around, you don't have to share. We'll pass the stick around. If there's something you want to share, share it. If not, we're going to go through a few different rounds. It's all right. Where in your body have you been carrying tension? And what might it be trying to tell you? Okay, open your eyes. Part of the trick when you're doing things like this is have the answer like that. So that way you don't have time to say, oh, I don't know, or nothing's coming up, or whatever. Just let it come. Do you see? We'll go around again. If something came up for you that time, feel free to share it. If not, just pass the stick. We're going to do another one in a moment. Sometimes this can be a difficult one to swallow. Or to fully encapsulate. But nonetheless, I regard it as true that your body is reflecting and echoing the voice that's coming from you. It might be you as the soul, or it might be you in the thought form, but in some way, you're giving that message to the body. You see? The body isn't the creator of those things. It's just the holder of those programs or of those lessons. And sometimes what I would encourage you to do, and this is what I mean by fully to encapsulate it, ask the opposite question. So, for instance, let's see, Gabo, you said something to the effect of, I'm the caretaker of the world or of things. Ask the opposite. How am I not? Because sometimes what will happen, you'll get caught up in your own projections and you won't see the holes. And because of that limiting vision, you're missing something. I'm not saying it's always there, but you want to try to see it from some different angles. Let's drop into the third question. So clear your plate, clear your mind, clear your emotions, clear your stories, open your heart. To see what arises. Who or what has really touched your heart deeply recently? And how might you choose to share the same? Okay, we're going to go around again. If you can, open your eyes. If you can, try to really listen as people share. Listen without trying to judge what they're saying. Just see if you can listen to their heart resonating. Again, you don't have to share as it comes around. Thank you everyone for sharing. Those of you that come often, you can see this time around we're approaching it a little bit differently. Been waiting for the fire to give me the signal so we can shift. See how many questions we need to go through. Just needed a little bit more healing energy tonight. Stirring things up. When you, one isn't right or wrong. But I'm just trying to point out that it's important to try to see both lenses. You'll notice in the beginning when we asked each of you to speak from your heart, you were talking mostly about your pains and the things bothering you, because you start to go to the heart, you stay in that outer courtyard. It's all personal. It's all the stuff you're attached to that prevent you from getting to the inner courtyard. It feels sometimes really nice, high or low, because it's so personal to you. But it's still not the inner courtyard of your heart. The inner courtyard, when you're connecting up to that, it's nothing but positivity and support, and very little to do with you personally. It's not about your private experiences or your private emotions and things like that. It's about your true gift of who you truly are. You see? So the message is when your heart speaks, and a lot of times when it goes to speak first, you got a lot of stuff you got to let out, and that's natural and that's beautiful for however you find it. But I'm just trying to also show you that you don't have to get so stuck there. If you could find ways to get to the inner corridor and then look at those things have so much less coloration. They have so much less identity than in attachments. Do you see? Because what happens is, if you can look at things from there and speak from there, then that's what consciousness replies to. That's how your reality becomes. Do you see? If it's a mouse, then you're going to see mice everywhere. That's consciousness filling in. And then you can work through the spirit of that. Do you see? It can be anything, but knowing that it can be anything, how much more powerful can it be if you can speak from that loving lens rather than that personal lens? Do you see? I'm not saying the personal lens doesn't have a lot to offer, but I'm saying if you're in this TP, then you also are at a point where you can start letting that soul lens and perspective starting to step forward and lead the way for your personality. You see? And oftentimes that becomes difficult and isolating as you're stepping away from your personality, because a lot of your relationships, you'll start to see, and this is kind of hard to swallow, but you'll start to see they're grabbing onto you, they need you to fulfill certain things for them. And in your nice, compassionate way, you're answering their call, but what you don't realize from the spiritual point of view, a lot of times you're also hindering their growth. You're helping them to stay in their pain and suffering, or to really work through it in all kinds of long-lasting ways to keep coming back again, and again. But ultimately, each person's going to get to a point and walk that path where you're not so attached to that personality and having to respond and project that onto every part of your life. You see? So for instance, if you're starting to connect with different spirits and you're trying to learn discernment, one of the things that you'll learn pretty quickly, depending on what layer of spirit you're talking with, let's say, the higher the form of the spirit, the less personality is going to come through. Because they're moving further and further, they get out there more towards a group consciousness. And so it's not about individual perspectives. It's a collection, do you see, of a lot. So if you're getting spirits you're talking to and they have these strong personalities, you can be pretty sure you're dealing with spirits in the astral realm. You're still in the illusion and in the lessons. It's still beautiful, but I'm just trying to show you the potential of it, so you can be prepared and equipped for wherever you find yourself, being all right with that. Do you see? If you can have that loving lens, it makes it a lot more easy for love to reveal itself. The loving lens is not a personal thing. It's a group thing. So close your eyes. One last question. This one we're not going to go around the circle. We'll just open up to a couple of you. So clear all that we've just said. Let go of the attachments or the detachments, the agreements or the disagreements. Just for a moment, create some space. What does service feel like in your body? What does it look like? You open your eyes. We're just going to ask for a couple responses because we're already 8:30 and we still have our meditation to go through. Was anyone, we posed this question this weekend. We had a vision quest on the property. Vision quester had 4 supporters, so we posed the question to the vision questers. So, but for any of you other ones, anyone else, who would like to give it a shot? What does service look like in your body? Beginning of service is just reaching outside of yourself and helping another, right? In your own way, learning it through. But as you get further out there in service, for instance, in a Sundance, and someone's piercing, they're attached to the tree and they're releasing from the tree. When they pull back, when they disconnect, if they start to fall, you are usually specifically instructed not to catch them, to let them fall. Do you see? And the reason being is because you don't know when they're going to have their vision. Do you see? So out of your kindness, you think service is, let me catch you. But see, that's your interpretation. Do you see? And so as you move further out there, what you're learning to do is see a broader interpretation of service. Because service really is not about the individual result. It is about connecting up to group work. You see? To where the individual concerns fall away. You see? So for service to be really impactful, you start connecting to group solidarity. Do you see? And so it's difficult as you're moving into that because you often think you know what service looks like. And service, as you're moving into it, isn't a thing, it's a state of being. It's actually a field that's created. You see? So some people's field might be smaller, and some people's field might be a little bit bigger, depending on what they're called upon to do as they connect with spirit. But none outweighs the other. Do you see? You really want to be able to tap into the pure giveaway of it. And so you want to be not, you want to have as little self-assertion as possible as the individual. So it gets a little bit difficult there. you want to make sure that where you can really catch yourself is that you're not looking at the results. Because if you're looking at the results, you can be pretty sure that you're taking it personally and you're trying to control the outcomes. What you want to be able to do with it is you put forward your authentic self and then let the great mystery work out the details. Do you see? You try to see where are you being called to. So where is the group need? Right? So, for instance, in this community, for where we're at, it has a lot to do with helping people to feel comfortable expressing themselves. So it's sharing your hearts, finding ways to tap into where the tears come out, not the explanations, not the justifications, not the weighty things or the emotions on top of it, but your true self comes out. Do you see? And then what you're learning to do over time is as your soul is connecting, you also start to see the soul in other beings. You also start to see the soul in other things. Do you see? Behind all things that your senses touch, there's a soul. And it's not a small loving thing. It is everything behind that thing. Do you see? You can call it misery, you can call it anything you want. But the love that's coming through is the direct energy calling through what you need. It's answering your call. If your personality is involved, you're going to continuously go from states of happy to unhappy, happy to unhappy, happy to unhappy, because you have so many expectations and you have so many rationales of what you think is right and wrong. People should act this way, they should do this, they shouldn't do that, all these controlling things. Do you see? But that's not how the soul and how love is going to speak. It's fully inclusive. It's important, we've talked about before, going from the different planes, from the physical plane and using the spirit of grace, to the emotional plane and using the spirit of peace, to the mental plane, using and working with the spirit of joy. Do you see? So it's important to distinguish between happiness and joy. Happiness is a personality concern, while joy has no concern for the personality. Joy, as you're stepping up into the mental plane, is all about that group consciousness. It's all about starting to step into purpose. Do you see? So there's many layers to it, and it's not like you're supposed to be here or you're bad if you're here. It's all happening at the same time in a way. But if you can start to see the layers, it kind of gives you the tools to start working. When you go beyond that, which we barely would ever tap into, but the next spirit to come in is the spirit of bliss. You'll tap into a little bit of bliss as you start allowing your soul to take the forefront of the personality. But true bliss is when your soul starts connecting to the oneness of spirit. These are just seeds that we're planting. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop into a guided meditation, play. Don't worry if you don't follow along the whole way. You can jump in and jump out. Take a moment to get comfortable. Feel free to lay back if you want. You can put your head on the pillow if you feel like sitting. You can lean, sit in a chair. You can drift off. It's all right. The seeds will still be planted. We went from a place of emotions to a place of heart to a place of intellect. Now we're going to go to a place of meditation to walk us through those again. Let go of your day. Let go of your expectations. Allowing yourself to drop into a peaceful, rhythmic space deep inside of you. Imagine yourself standing before an old wooden door. It's slightly open, glowing faintly around the edges, inviting you in. This is the entrance to the room of mask. Many, many masks, a sacred place where you're able to explore the many aspects of your being. You gently push the door open and walk in. The room is dim, lit by a soft golden glow. All around you, on the shelves, on pedestals, in each direction, are various masks. Each is unique. Some are elegant, some are wild, some are childlike, and some are ancient. Each mask represents a different way of seeing and being in this world. Each one holds a unique energy and a powerful perspective. So you approach a delicate mask. It's shimmering with colors like a butterfly's wing. Pick it up to gently put it on your face and notice as your perception shifts. The world becomes vibrant, filled with awe, as if you're seeing things for the first time again. You feel what it looks like, and you're reminded to look at life with a childlike wonder. Seeing the magic in small things. The way light touches a leaf. The texture of a stone. The rhythm of your breath. As you wear this mask of wonder. You notice over in the corner, there's a large magical mirror. You walk over to it and stand in front of this mirror. It's the mirror of experiences that you get to view wearing this mask. As you gaze into it, wearing the mask of wonder, allow an experience before you to appear. And breathe into that experience with this new mask of wonder. Let it fill your heart. Now go ahead and take that mask off and gently place it back where you found it. It's time to step towards another mask, the mask of the warrior. It's bold, it's made of bronze and flame. As you put it on, you feel your spine lengthen. Your chest opens. You sense your innate strength and courage coming to the forefront. With this mask, you see life not as something to fear, but as something to face with resilience. Obstacles become challenges. Struggles become initiations. Wearing this warrior mask, walk back in front of that mirror of experiences. Stand tall before it and bravely feel and perceive the new experiences that appear before you. With your next breath, gently take that mask off and place it back where you found it. Next, you select a soft, glowing mask, woven of threads and light, the mask of compassion. As you wear it, your heart becomes wide, inclusive, and tender. You begin to see people and yourself not just for what they've done, but for what they've felt. Through this mask, you understand pain, forgiveness, and connection. Walk over to the wall, the mirror of experiences, and allow yourself to rest in deep empathy as a new experience appears, allowing love to flood your vision. And I'll go over, take off that mask, and put it back at its rightful place. And stand there for a moment in stillness. For the first time, as you look around, you notice that there are places, some pillars, and some shelves that are empty. So there must be some other masks that you're still wearing. One at a time, notice whatever mask is still causing you distortions. Lovingly take it off and then ceremoniously place it back to where it belongs on that empty shelf or pillar. Whenever you're done with that, return back to the center of the room, standing there for a moment in stillness. Standing here bare, you look over towards that mirror, and it has transformed. It's no longer the mirror of experiences. It is the mirror of truth. Walk over and stand before this mirror of truth. Seeing yourself whole for the first time. Not as one fixed identity, but as a flowing being. You are the essence, the light. The masks are just the projections through which you have tuned into experiences. You are the chooser of which mask to wear. While each mask has the potential to reveal something true to you, they are not meant to be your prison. standing before this mirror of truth. You realize you don't need to be overly impressed or influenced with any of these distortions, whether judged positive or negative. With this, you begin to appreciate what a special time it is for you right now in your life. Right now, at this very moment, is the oldest you have ever been. So look back on your life and appreciate it through this lens of wisdom. Right now, this very moment, is also the youngest you will ever be. So look ahead with that childlike spirit and get excited about the opportunities you will have to play. And one last journey. Look back into that mirror of truth. No longer seeing personal memories or stirring emotions. You see the big picture of the Aquarian age. You see your community and how your authentic note swirls into and adds value and tone to your group purpose. And you realize how your valuable contributions bring joy and fulfills your sense of being. In turn, this mirror asks you for your truth. Decide what percentage of your life you want to spend diving into your lessons, into your personality, and which percentage of your life do you want to see through your soul's loving lens. Not for gratitude, but for an inner calling to help. In whatever ways you choose. Whatever your field of service. See yourself stepping into these communities, into these relations, playing an active role to help raise the collective vibration and support. Now take a deep breath. As you begin to return, you thank the mask, the room, for what they've shown you, the mirror. You turn back towards that wooden door and walk through it, feeling more whole, more flexible, more true. With each breath, you return more and more to your physical body, carrying the insights, the strength, the compassion, allowing your soul to take the reins as you continue to walk through this life, beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes, rolling the shoulders gently, and as you're ready, open your eyes. Remembering that life is not a problem to be solved. It's a gift to be enjoyed. So the idea is you're stepping into your purpose or your service or whatever it is. What you really want to have as keynotes to focus on is to be selfless and also non-acquisitive, non-acquiring. You see what happens as you're working through the personalities and you're working through the lessons, it's always new forms building new forms as you're growing and expanding and new stuff and new ways of looking at things. When you're working through the soul's lens, you're not acquiring. It's not about possessions, it's not about the material side of life. So just recognize when you're doing one versus the other. It makes it a little bit easier the way that we naturally tend to look at things linearly and dissecting things. So try to just notice sometimes which one are you focusing on, which one are you building. And as you're in communities like this, you'll see new people coming along and that people are at different stages of understanding. Your goal is not to change them. When people first come, the goal is really to let them be comfortable in who they are, discovering who they are. You see? So what you want to do is you're providing that physical comfort and helping them find some peace in their own ways to where they can bring up their own questions, helping them to answer their questions. What you're really trying to do is give them confidence and support system. That's what empowers them, do you see? To go at their own pace. Do you see? It gets really tricky as you're learning spiritual things or you're getting certain wisdoms. What's really tricky is, especially as new people come in, you want to show them what you know. But in doing that, you're accidentally separating because it's becoming more about you than them. Do you see? What you want to do is just be whatever those authentic truths are for you. You see, as someone develops confidence, confidence is the strength of your being. Do you see? So you just want to be careful as you're looking at those things. As you're practicing these things, as new people come into our circles. As you're stepping up in your wisdoms to help express things and share things with others. before we close out, we just want to send out some loving energy to a few people. If there's anybody's name or position or title that you want to call out, that you want to send some loving light to, some healing energy to, whatever it would be. So gathering up all that loving light energy, and then bringing it back into your heart, sealing off your altar, clear and purified, fulfilled. As we close out the circle, we want to thank all of you for coming this evening. Thank you very much for being a part of our circle.